Good morning. I am fascinated by how much we acknowledge or praise people that are tall or strong or beautiful or whatever. And because those things they haven't done anything for. You don't have to work necessarily very hard to be tall or big or whatever. Yeah, I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger worked really hard on his muscles, right? But legitimately, so many people are athletic naturally, and we praise them for their athleticism. When I say the training we should get excited about, not the athleticism on its own. We should not be excited about people who, through a hiccup of nature, are different than other people. I don't think that's praiseworthy. I'll tell you what I believe is praiseworthy. What is where somebody actually deserves praise of some kind. I just finished watching a couple of documentaries. The first documentary is called Dealt. It is about a man who has been blind for decades, and yet he calls himself a card mechanic. He's widely known as one of the best magicians of all time. He's amazing with cards. Feel free to watch the documentary, download it, watch it, whatever you do online. It is fantastic because this man has worked 14 hours a day, 14 hours a day, day in, day out, to become excellent at what he does. He is amazing. He is praiseworthy. Then I also watched another documentary, and this was on Michael Jordan. It was called Last Dance, and it is about basically all of his six wins of the NBA titles, championship title, and just kind of what he went through, his teammates, different aspects of it. And what I took away from this series, it was a series of 10 documentaries put together, was that he was obsessed. Similarly to this guy from Dealt. These two individuals were obsessed about something. They worked at something day and night. They thought about it day and night, and they became the best in their field. And this had me thinking a little bit because so much of the time I'm teaching my clients how to become obsessed with something. I believe that when you cultivate a beautiful obsession, that it can be amazing for your life. When you cultivate an obsession where you focus on something so much that you work with all of your energy towards it, that's when you're successful. That's when you're most successful. Now, that doesn't mean we have to leave off other things. It doesn't mean that, like, for example, my goals, I have financial goals, I have business goals, and I have family goals. I have physical health goals. It doesn't mean that I have to sacrifice my family or my physical health for finance or business or something like that. We can achieve more. But it also probably doesn't mean that we can achieve everything that we would like to or are curious about in the world. I can't become the best musician and the best athlete and the best coach and the best family person and husband and father. I'm not able to do all of those. So I have to pick and choose some, but I can usually do all of those things really, really well. What I want to ask you right now is how do you cultivate an obsession? How do you cultivate an obsession? And what I'm going to do is, I was thinking about doing this tomorrow. I'll cover it today, okay? I'm going to cover it very quickly today. If you have questions about this, please reach out to me and ask me. The way you cultivate an obsession is by focusing on something. That's as simple as it is. The more you think about something, the more you'll think about it. I'll give you an example. There was a test done with Tetris where they gave a bunch of university students the game Tetris and made them play it for, I think, 3 hours straight for a number of days in a row, 4 or 5 days in a row. And these people were dreaming about Tetris. They started seeing the cityscape downtown and trying to fit buildings together in their mind. It was like they programmed their mind to think in a Tetris way. And this is actually what we need to do. The book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill is famous for this. And the whole book is basically about focusing on something until it becomes an obsession. Focus on something until you believe you can do it. Focus on something until that's all you think about, until it's what your subconscious mind focuses on and tries to find ways around or to achieve the goal that you've set out for yourself. That's what an obsession can be. And what I encourage you to do right now is a very simple thing. I always have action steps, right? Very simple thing for today. What I want you to do is write down your goals. Spend some time writing down a goal. And this is not as complex as you need to do it. This is a simple first step. Write down a goal, think about it, and then what I want you to do is I want you to read that goal to you out loud to yourself at least twice a day, at least first thing in the morning, at least last thing before you go to bed. Do it when your mind is just getting engaged and your subconscious is a little more open to influence, and same in the evening when you're about to head to bed. But as you do this, what I want you to do is as you read it, use your imagination a little bit, picture yourself enjoying this thing that you are looking forward to, and also bring in emotion. How will you feel? The reason I'm giving you three things. I'm saying use vivid imagination, and do it with repetition on a consistent basis. And thirdly, add emotion. Those three factors, vivid imagination, repetition, emotion, are what speeds up the process. If you want to speed up the process of becoming obsessed with something, cultivating a beautiful obsession, what you can do is just practice those three things on a consistent basis, and you will be amazed at how this starts to affect you, how you start to think in a certain way, and how it starts to influence how you act and how you think and what you do. This is a really important aspect of this, all right? Now, there is more, but you know what? Alone, even if you simply did this, the clients that I have that simply do this already have fantastic mindset shifts in their daily life and what they focus on. And I know that you can do this as well. So I'll finish with my regular. Remember, you've got this.